Hey guys, Zinnik here again with another video. In this one we're going to be doing a play-by-play of a round that I played against Siege on Sarnath. And yeah, this is actually just a rip from my stream, and during my stream I normally commentate a little bit, but the game's moving so fast that it's hard to actually say everything that's going on, so I'll just be going over particular things and just trying to explain how the game plays out. So straight off the spawn, I spawn at Mega Health and at the top, and he would normally be at the stairs at Big Armor, or he would be at the upper Armor at the stairs, if that makes sense. So in this situation I have the choice actually to go for a Rail or LG and not really lose much risk if I can't really miss an item, or I could actually just go for Mega Health and Rockets. And it's honestly, it goes really either way, because either opponent can make a play from that, but I think generally speaking actually Rail and LG is better, especially when he's playing Anarchy as well, because he's going to be looking that he's going to be trying to make a play for the guns that I don't have, and Rail and LG are more consistent versus Anarchy at the moment. So go off the Rockets here. Now, even just looking at this angle here, even if he had gone to Big Armor and he had picked up the Rail, I'm really looking that he doesn't actually shoot a Rail from the bottom, and that's actually happened a couple times, even just off the spawn. So, and that's going to mean that I can't make a play for the Railgun here because I'm already Railable. And now I actually go for this armor, and that's not a good idea, because if I take a Rail, then again I can't go for the Rail, which I'm trying to do for now. So I already know that he's picked up the Big Armor, and that even if let's say that he had decided, okay, he's not going to go for Rail and LG and he goes for Rockets, then me trying to do this play really has no risk. And if he goes for Rockets, I'll be able to hear him coming, so I can pick up the gun safely. So I know he's in there, so I'm actually just trying to bait the shot out. I already know that I have no chance of me to do damage, but the fast movement I can actually dodge it here, and then I go straight through. So now in this position, I'm going to try a challenge for LG, and I'm actually using all the guns that we... so I've got the rocket advantage versus him, and he knows that I don't have the LG yet, so he's going to be trying to just Rail and LG me, and I'm just basically going to try to trade him, and in a position where it's a bit 50-50 of who's going to have the advantage. And with Anarchy versus Anarchy, that's the kind of things that happen. So I missed that shot, but it's okay. So I already know that Big Armor is the next item that comes up, and he has to leave the room at some stage. Because if he doesn't leave the room, then essentially I can take both items, and then I can just I'll have even a better advantage of me trying to take the LG in that room, and then he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. So I quickly leave, and then I hit this nice shot. Pretty sure that Rail was on him, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Go for Mega, and again, he's going to be trying to deny the lightning gun, and I'm just trying to hear where he is in the bottom section. So I actually hear these below at Rail, and again, just trying to hit like any damage that I can, and then play him on the game with a gun that we both have. So we both have Rail, so I'm just trying to see where he is. Move to the right hand side so I can't be shot, and then I'm just trying to hear where he is. So I always check this corner, because you can actually still hide in that corner. If you stop moving completely, if you're moving at high speed, you actually won't be able to hear him there, and then you just die. So again, he's just trying to like run around, go back, and then we're back in the same position until somebody eventually makes a mistake. That's kind of like what this situation looks like. And now I can notice that he's not in the same position as he was before, because I had done a little bit of damage. So what I've done is that I'm moving down with Rockets. Now if he's at the teleporter with Rail, I'm going to get Railed once, and if he stays, I have the opportunity to Rail him and still get out. But if he Rails me and then leaves the room, then I'll be at a health disadvantage. But that being said, I still have the LG, and I won't be dead, which is a very critical thing. And then it becomes like a bit of a random situation if I can collect the top armor or actually steal the lower armor, or steal the big armor. So we'll actually play this in 2.25 speed, and we'll just see how this plays out. So I enter in, notice that he's not a teleporter, but I can hear these with LG just real close, and I have Rockets. And this is the perfect position because he's not moving at high speed, and I can actually play my advantage versus him with Rockets. That felt like I should have done more than 85. This one, and then one more, and that's the end of that one. Inject is not necessarily like hugely necessary, but it's just something that you can do there as well. Okay, pick up the big armor. It's a 43. Now he did spawn almost instantly, which means that he's probably at tribal or at rockets, and at the worst case that he'd be at. I mean, worst case for him, he'd be spawning a nail gun. So I know that he's going to be at top. Now I don't go through the teleporter because in the odd situation that he's somehow gotten rockets, rocket jumped, and now he's like waiting for me at the teleporter, he actually has enough to kill me with spit and rockets. So I don't even play that risk. But as I imagined, he's actually still just above me here. And again, just playing the distance game with what I've got. And this is where, like, even hitting that rail, it's not absolutely necessary, but it's utilizing the advantage of having that high-speed champion against something that's slower as Solag, and he doesn't have all the guns yet. And like I said, it's not absolutely necessary, but it will make your life like 100 times easier if you're able to hit those shots and just push him out. Okay, so now he has the LG, but I know that he's at an armor disadvantage in this position. He still doesn't have rail yet, so it's up to me to pick up the big armor. Keep playing, keep playing. I know that he's got all guns. Now he actually could still be here, but I did hear him just a mega health, or like at least away from this section. But if someone stops making noise and you have an inkling that they could still be around, then you have to really be wary about trying to bait around those corners. Okay, so now, yeah, like I said, he's at an armor deficit, so he's going to be in that position. I actually could have been a little bit better in having the rail out as he goes for that, but that's not so bad. Missed that. Lucky I don't take damage from that rocket. And now we're just playing, basically playing the same game. I'm looking to take the big armor off him because he needs that more than I need any of the stack items. So again, I'm a little bit slow to get this position, and if I hit that rail, he'd be even at a bigger disadvantage. And now I just need to get out. It's lucky that I was managed to bait out a spit, and now I can play for the mega health. So all I'm looking to do here is basically, I know that both items are net down, and it's really going to be really hard for me to kill him. So all I'm going to try and do is do a little bit of chip damage with rail, which I'll be able to have the advantage on. And just make a play for the next big armor while I do damage onto him so he has less health of his armor stack. Now I thought he fell down, and this is where it gets interesting. So I'm so confident that he fell down, and then he comes from top with LG and just kills me here. If I had been shooting nails upwards, he wouldn't have been able to just push me in that position, and I would have been able to at least not die, and maybe at least I wouldn't have been able to kill him, but at least survive. Now here is a bit of an interesting situation because this is probably the worst spawn for me to get, especially Solag versus Solag. I actually should have picked Slash here instead, mainly because I actually have zero. Like if he had gone back to go for the spawn frag, he could have 100% gotten it. But instead he's chosen to go for big armor, and I'm just kind of waiting to see which direction he goes with the sound that he makes. And if he actually ends up making no sound, I can just assume that he's still at big armor and then go for rockets. But instead I can still hear these in LG room. So go for rail. Push back. Steal mega. And then get rockets. So right now he'd still be in that same area trying to deny lightning gun, or he'd be at big armor. Even if he like, let's say I go this way right now and take this armor here, even if he's at the top section here, which he's about to be, I still have rail out and I can defend myself. And it's almost 0% chance that he would be where I am right now with rockets out, unless he had rocket jumped, or I would have heard him coming in that direction. But I knew that he was 100% always there, so I was 100% safe with what was about to happen. Okay, now he's got big armor, get LG. I can do like as much damage as I can through here. And now we basically have similar stacks, if not I'm slightly better because I had the I did shoot that rail. But it's going to be a very close fight, but I do know the Mega comes up very soon. So just LG battle. No, I actually forgot the Mega timing, that's why I'm a little bit concerned about what's actually happening. And then we both rubber band, which is unfortunate. Okay, and that's the end of that. And there was no risk there because I was 82 health. Which is pretty fortunate, but yeah. We'll just still we'll count that one.
What do you mean? It was 90 damage rail. No,
Alright, so let's have. I actually didn't quite see where he spawned. Okay, so let's have a look. When I'm here, he spawns now. So he would actually be at Nailgun, or he'd be at the Big Armor Stairs.
When you charge a rail during lag, you absolute grub.
Sorry, just sound of the game.
What do you mean? It was 90 damage rail. No,
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
It was 80. It was 80.
So he actually spawned at Nailgun and hasn't taken the. He shouldn't have taken the Big Armor yet, which he's going for it now. But he's got every gun except Railgun, so I can still hang around here and try to deny it a little bit. But instead, he's actually gone for top armor, top mega, and for rockets, or to push me. Sorry. So still, he has no rail. He could actually do a bit of LG damage there. Again, still no rail, so I can just push him off, and our Big Armor spawns. Or it should in a second. Now we're just trading with position. Still careful how I enter this room. Now it's at 7. And again, even if he is here, if let's say he's trying to do chip damage to the rail and I hit the return rail, then he's already shut out of this room. And again, it's going to be hard for me to hit that rail, but as long as I'm keeping the momentum with my movement as the character, if I'm very slow, I'm almost 100% not able to punish him, but as long as I'm keeping momentum, I at least have a chance to hit the return shot, which is all I'm looking for. Now, it's actually a bit dangerous for me to go through that teleporter there because, yeah, he could be there at the other side with Nailgun or any other trap damage, really. But you'd be able to hear it even from that position, and yeah, the faster you go through it, then you have like a higher chance to dodge rockets and all the rest of it if he was. Okay, so I know he's chasing me, and then the last rail basically pushes him out of the game. Now one more shot, and that's the end of that. Alright. Alright guys, that's the end of that round analysis. That was my first time doing that one, so I'll definitely improve by the next one, as there were some things that I could have said differently. But yeah, leave a comment of what you thought could be improved on, and I'll be sure to include it in the next one. Alright guys, thanks again. I'll catch you next time. Peace.